brought to you by BoardGameAtlas.com, the fastest growing board game community in the world. Kia ora koutou and welcome to Imperial Assault in about 3 minutes. This review focuses on the campaign and not the skirmish mode. It is a game for 1 to 5 players. It has a solo mode using an app. Playing times around about 90 minutes per level. It's a moderately complex game. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil Galactic Empire. You will command either a member of an elite rebel strike team or the endless armies of the Empire in a series of linked adventures. Which side will come out on top in this epic Star Wars adventure game? You'll be playing through a campaign, which has story missions and a bunch of potential side missions from a deck you build. Each mission has its own victory conditions, but they normally require the rebels to complete certain goals in a number of turns without all becoming wounded. Teams. One player is the Empire and the others the rebels. Dice. Most actions are a result of dice. Narrative and character development. While you can play one-off games with the skirmish mode, most are linked stories where the characters gain skills and upgrades. Player turn. Find the mission you are on and the Imperial player sets up the board, and then reads the mission brief aloud. Turns will alternate between the Rebel players activating a hero and the Imperial player activating a group of models. Imperial units usually only move and attack. Each Rebel player has a specific character with their own stats and skills. On their activation, they can take 2 actions, including move a number of squares equal to their speed, attack an opponent using the dice shown on their weapon card. These symbols represent damage, but you can roll defense to prevent damage. The Royal Guard has a black defense die, and its roll reduces the damage by 2. The numbers on the dice represent accuracy. You can only hit a target as many spaces away as the numbers rolled on the dice. Dice also have surges on them that can activate special abilities. If we look at the weapon again, we can see you can spend a surge to do 1 extra damage. An Imperial model is not removed until it has taken its health and damage. If a hero takes more damage than their health, flip their character. They are now wounded. If this happens again, your character is removed from the board. Characters can also gain fatigue to power special abilities and move extra spaces. Depending on the mission, you can interact with some objects. Roll a relevant skill on your character, and surges count as successes. Other actions include opening unlocked doors and getting item crates. The last action is to rest, which removes fatigue equal to your endurance score, and health if that would take your fatigue past 0. At the end of the turn, the Imperial player gains threat, which they can use to spawn new opponents from one of the mission's spawn points. Play until one side wins the mission. Why would you like this game? Imperial Assault is easily the best way to tell a story about a group of heroes in Star Wars without having to run an entire role-playing game. The campaigns are not too long either, having enough content to tell a story but without a year-long commitment. The characters have very different playstyles, from a Wookiee who smashes things to a sneaky Bothan sniper. And each character has many ways to be upgraded, from item crates to equipment and skills, and some equipment can even be further modded. And the Imperial player also gets upgrades, and can choose what to include in their force. Oh, and the core box comes with this. The best thing about this game is it allows you to play your own Star Wars epic, where great cinematic moments can happen. However, if you feel you are someone who needs to own all the expansions for a game, be warned, this game has expansions coming out of its ears. The 1 versus all gameplay also pushes a lot of responsibility for the game onto one player, so make sure whoever's playing the Imperials is up to it. Like the rules but hate Star Wars? Check out Descent 2nd Edition. And if you want a Star Wars adventure in one sitting, check out The Outer Rim. Imperial Assault. It's HeroQuest in space! If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and support us on Patreon.